A reading from the book of the prophet Isaiah. About Zion, I will not be silent. About Jerusalem, I will not grow weary, until her integrity shines out like the dawn, and her salvation flames like a torch. The nations then will see your integrity, all the kings your glory, and you will be called by a new name, one which the mouth of the Lord will confer. You are to be a crown of splendor in the hand of the Lord, a princely diadem in the hand of your God. No longer are you to be named forsaken, nor your land abandoned, but you shall be called my delight, and your land the wedded. For the Lord takes delight in you, and your land will have its wedding. Like a young man marrying a virgin, so will the one who built you wed you. And as the bridegroom rejoices in his bride, so will your God rejoice in you. The word of the Lord.
Proclaim his marvelous deeds to all the nations. Proclaim his marvelous deeds to all the nations. Sing to the Lord a new song. Sing to the Lord, all you lands. Sing to the Lord, bless his name. Proclaim his marvelous deeds to all the nations. Announce his salvation day after day. Tell his glory among the nations, among all peoples, his wondrous deeds. Proclaim his marvelous deeds to all the nations. Give to the Lord, you families of nations. Give to the Lord glory and praise. Give to the Lord the glory to his name. Proclaim his marvelous deeds to all the nations. Worship the Lord in holy attire. Tremble before him, all the earth. Say among the nations, the Lord is king. He governs the peoples with equity. Proclaim his marvelous deeds to all the nations.
A reading from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians. There is a variety of gifts, but always the same Spirit. There are all sorts of service to be done, but always to the same Lord, working in all sorts of different ways in different people. It is the same God who is working in all of them. The particular way in which the Spirit is given to each person is for a good purpose. One may have the gift of preaching with wisdom given him by the Spirit. Another may have the gift of preaching instruction given him by the same Spirit. And another the gift of faith given by the same Spirit. Another again the gift of healing through this one Spirit. One the power of miracles, another prophecy, another the gift of recognizing spirits, another the gift of tongues, and another the ability to interpret them. All these are the work of one and the same Spirit, who distributes different gifts to different people just as He chooses. The word of the Lord.
Spirit and life, you have the words of everlasting life. Hallelujah, hallelujah,
Proclamation of the Holy Gospel according to John. There was a wedding at Cana in Galilee. The mother of Jesus was there, and Jesus and his disciples had also been invited. When they ran out of wine, since the wine provided for the wedding was all finished, the mother of Jesus said to him, "They have no wine." Jesus said, "Woman, why turn to me? My hour has not come yet." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." There were 6 stone water jars standing there, meant for the ablutions that are customary among the Jews. Each could hold 20 or 30 gallons. Jesus said to the servants, "Fill the jars with water." And they filled them to the brim. "Draw some out now," he told them, "and take it to the stewards." They did this. The steward tasted the water, and it had turned into wine. Having no idea where it came from, only the servants who had drawn the water knew. The steward called the bridegroom and said, "People generally save the best wine first, and keep the cheaper sort till the guests have had plenty to drink. But you have kept the best wine till now." This was the first of the signs given by Jesus. It was given at Cana in Galilee. He let his glory be seen, and his disciples believed in him. The Gospel of the Lord. When a new year begins, most people make decisions to change their lives for the better. It is the case for the liturgical year in the Church. When we begin a new liturgical year, the Church invites us to newness of life in Jesus. Now, each and every one has a history and a story to tell about the past year or years of his or her experience. When you look back into the year 2024, you realize that you might have made some decisions and principles that you wished to guide you throughout the whole year. Yet, when you check how you lived out your principles and the resolutions, you realize that you have failed to some of your obligations and responsibilities. The Church celebrates the second Sunday in Ordinary Time, Year C. The texts proposed for this Sunday are fitting for a new beginning. In my reflection, 3 key messages come clear from the 3 readings proposed to us today. First, God gives us always another chance if we are willing to take it. In the first reading, the relationship between God and His people is equated to that intimate bond of marriage between spouses. Now, like Israel, we might have been unfaithful to God by not keeping our promises we made to Him. On this second Sunday, the Church gives us an opportunity to look back into our Christian life and do a self-evaluation. And when we do that, we realize that somehow we failed to carry out our duties and responsibilities to God and His people. We realize that we didn't live by God's commandment of love of God and of neighbor. We failed to the responsibilities of the family as spouses, parents, or children. We failed to the people entrusted to us in the Church and in the society. We betrayed, hurt, and disappointed those who loved and supported us and drove them away. As leaders, we did not reflect the model of Jesus, the Good Shepherd. We realized that on several occasions, we didn't deal with the people with the kindness, love, and the compassion. One can go on and on concerning the things that we didn't do right. Nevertheless, God is giving us another chance. He is ready to forget the past. Like Israel, we can no longer be called abandoned or forsaken. The chance, my brothers and sisters, is given to us, so let us take it. Second, God has given gift or gifts to each and everyone. The second reading displays various gifts given differently to different people. These various gifts come from the same Spirit for a good purpose. St. Paul wrote this letter to the troubled community of Corinth, a community in which each person valued his or her own gift or contribution so much that the gifts of others seemed insignificant. This reality is seen also in our time. Those who have gifts, especially of healing and preaching, tend to think that they contribute significantly to the life of Christian family more than others. They attract a lot of people and tend to own them. Some Christians do travel kilometers and kilometers to go and attend a mass or a service where a certain priest has that gift of preaching or healing. The sad part of it is that those who do not possess certain kind of gifts are looked down as lesser than. This is quite common in most, if not all, communities. There are those who have the gifts that are externally noticeable, gifts of which the results speak by themselves, such as intelligence, capacity of leadership, ability to produce technically, scientifically, or manually things that profit a large group of people. Among those people, some see themselves as cornerstone, the saviors, the assets of that particular community, while the rest of people is considered a liability, the nobodies. Jesus, through St. Paul, is telling you and me today that we all have gifts meant for the building of the community, no matter how less important people may think they are. We are all of us, called to use them while recognizing the importance of the gifts of others which we lack. Third, God through Mary always intervenes in our daily life. The relationship of God to his people, portrayed as a marriage covenant, finds its fulfillment in the wedding feast at Cana in Galilee. Now, something new happens in that wedding. Water is changed into wine, unprecedented in the history of human civilization. Jesus becomes a point of reference in the new law. Our new law, the compass of our life, is Christ, the measure of all our values. That is why Mary tells us, do whatever he tells you. Do whatever he tells you. Because whatever he tells us is life-changing and a saving truth. We ought to invite him in our daily life, listen to him through his word and through his messengers. Whenever we invite Jesus and Mary in our lives, something new and good happens. In the time of darkness, in the absence of hope and joy, right at the time when we think it is over, life has no meaning anymore. When we experience insufficiency, shame, and humiliation, Jesus turns things around and new life springs forth. Now, the question is, what is the place of God, especially when things are going well with us? Don't we turn to God only when things are not working? In the time of joy and the celebration, is there any place for Jesus, for Mary, for Jesus' disciples? In the prayer known as the Memorare, meaning remember, which is a prayer of St. Bernard of Clairvaux to Mary, we find these beautiful words. Remember, O most gracious Virgin Mary, that never was it known that anyone who fled to thy protection, implored thy help, or sought thy intercession, was left unaided. This is Mary to us and for us. As pilgrims of hope, let us seek her help in hope and confidence that whenever we seek her intercession, we can never go unanswered. Yes, pilgrims of hope, because when we have lost everything, including our love of God and faith in Him, hope sustains us and makes us wait for the light to rise again and again.